Okay guys, we're going to put a trade on late at night. See if you can actually trade round a day job. Let me roll the intro, tell you all about it.
Matron, take them away.
Oh, Scruffy likes it coffee. Oh, God, he does. Because we all know Scruffy likes it coffee. And why does he like a coffee? Well, it keeps my brain active. And keeps me sharp a little bit. And that's what tonight is all about. Because it is actually quite late. It's just turned 9 o'clock. And we're going to look to go to market. Now, why, I hear you say? Why the hell would you be wanting having coffee this late? Well, I like a coffee, so why not? And the other is, I do like a lot of the people that contact me. Now, I've taken a break for a little while. I did a video at the weekend. Look at the pips on that, or look at those pips. And it was a bit cheeky. And it got a massive amount of pushback. You know, the amount of comments that I had to delete was ridiculous. And some of the messages I got were just downright feral. But I understand that. And sometimes you just have to step out of it. And that's what I did. And while I was doing that, I still got quite a number of messages because people are like, oh, where was the video today? Because I haven't done any for a few days. I was like, I'm just taking a bit of a break and one thing and another. And these are the sort of people that I want to help. Don't get me wrong. I still get the messages from the freeloaders who are... They've got no intention of investing in themselves or investing in anything. And I just kind of just humour them and put them to one side, simply because I know they're never going to make it. And I found that out by a poll. If you go on the community centre of this, I put a little poll in just to ask what you guys want. Do you like the humour? Do you just want facts? Are you looking for freebies? And I actually put on, do you want me to stop? And there's a certain percentage want me to stop. Well, I've got a good answer for you. All my thumbnails have my face on it. And I certainly got my logo on it. Just don't watch it. You know, your biggest fan's normally the person who doesn't like you the most, which I find quite odd. If you don't like it, don't watch it. You know, I don't like getting kicked in the ass, so I don't bend over for a football player to be booed into it, do I? I mean, Jesus Christ. Not that stupid. You know. Whatever tickles your fancy. Maybe it's just sort of need to dress in a gimp suit and look in a corner, you know, because normally looking at some of the messages that I had to delete, that's probably exactly what they are. Because the video was a bit rude, you know, like playing on sort of Johannes knockers and all that sort of thing. And trust me, for those who made the mention to that, yes, they are fantastic. You know, she has a cracking set. She has the best figure you'll ever come across. And it's better than most 20-year-olds. And I know, I see it naked every night. But what else do I see every night? I see the charts. And I see how to read a chart. And the thing is, I know how to read a chart. And I show you how to read a chart. But you still complain because you can't do it. And why can't you do it? Because you're looking for too much activity. Kind of buzz on the active mind, if you like. And you're gambling, period. I never gamble. That's why my hit rate is reasonably high. I have a belief if your hit rate is below 50%, you ain't trading. You're gambling. And if you go for the fabled RR, as everybody sort of bangs on about, oh, I'm on a 3-to-1. I couldn't give a flying fuck. I really couldn't. I just think it's bragging rights. Do you actually make money over a long period of time? Because I do, and I'm proving it. And I do prove it. Asked me to do Darwin X, one of the hardest challenges going. I passed it in the first month. You know, people that I've helped and taught passed it in the first month. And I'm not a teacher. I just show you how to do the job. The best teacher is you. But sometimes you need a little bit of help. And that's why I tell you to invest. And you invest in yourself. Now, I get emails all the time. Oh, just show me X marks the spot. I can show you X marks the spot. I can do it tonight. But it doesn't going to make you a trader. Not even close. And if you think you're turning small money into huge money without the aid of a prop firm, you're in la la land. But you can turn little money into good money over a period of time. And in fact, I'll kind of show you that. Give it a sec. Where are we at? We're going to be trading this, by the way. I'll explain why we're looking at Wall Street as well. Right. Okay. This one here, BlackBull, live account, hedge account that we took to. If you want to follow this journey, there is links for BlackBull below. We use this because of leverage. Now today, if I pull this open, made £1.21. I get slagged off for that. That's stupid. That's crap. What a waste of time. Okay. Let's have a look, see what it's done in, I don't know. Oh, hold on. In the last week. There's that. Let's have a look, see how it's done since we started this. So just pull up custom period. Just find this little boxy thing. Just drop that up there. Period. Started this on the 1st to this. There we go. Okay. Right. All little figures adding up. Boom, 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 boom. It's made 23.74 off 200 quid. Right. Now, in reality, you might think that is rubbish. And we'll get onto the chart in a minute. This isn't quite ready, so I'm just showing you something. Because I don't script anything, guys. I just switch the camera on and just tell you what's in my thought based on messages. I mean, sometimes I have a vague idea what I'm doing, but I'll just show you. But here we go. This is my journal for it. We start with 200 quid. It's 23. It's grown substantially. You know, 11.9. 201 pips I've made on this account. And if I pull it to there they all are. I use this journal all the time. I use it for my day trade, my swing trades, all of it. Tells me everything. Keeps check on my pip size. Tells me how many splits I can have. Tells me what my lot size is. Tells me what the target is. Now the target this month was a 10% growth of 20 quid. I needed to do 92p per trade. And this will come into relevance in a moment when we're talking about trading around a day job. I have a defined daily target. I also look for air trade setups. And it's given me a 96% win rate off the last 28 trades. Okay? Which has given me that. That is a massive return. There's not a bank in the land would give you that return. I can stop now. And that is fine. That's how much I can pay myself at the end of this month. 11 quid. Doesn't sound a lot, but it means I can buy lunch and I've done nothing to do it. So a little bit of inspiration there for you, because that was part of the poll as well. Some people are looking for inspiration. Now, all I need to do is just chug along every day. You know, we've got like, what, 7 days left? You know, maybe it's 5 trading days. I'm ahead of the game. I just need to do a little bit every day. And then I'll set a target for next month. And I'll achieve that. And again, and again, and again. So how are we going to trade this? And why am I trading it? Well, the first thing is, people were looking at daddy candles. Okay? What are daddy candles? It's a day candle. And how can you trade it? Well, it's dead simple. We're at the end of the day. We need some levels that I can work to. Well, there's one. Right there. Another one there. Another one here. And if you watch it, you'll see this market has run right through it. Now, I can also put in a meridian line, which is here. And that meridian is bang on anyway, so it wouldn't be shown. All right. So there are all the levels I need from the daily. I can also see there was a strong drive and a drop. this can add something else. So just from here up to there, we can see what else has happened. Well, shockity shock socks, the fibs have come into play on this as well, because you've got your 38 here, and then you've got your 23, which lined up perfectly with a daddy level, showing you exactly how powerful these things are. Now looking at it, this daily is holding above the 50. There's the 50 there of this range. It's also holding above that 23, telling me there's more upward pressure than downward pressure. Now there are other things I can look at that I can see, but when I'm looking at this, what I see is an upward move. Right, drill into this a little bit. There's a strong move here, which is what we've just been looking at. It's dropped down, it's holding key levels, it's bounced off this, it's coming to here, holding above this. Its next visiting point would be up here. Okay, take it to an hourly chart. What can we see now? Now we can see a strong drive, a bit of a collapse, and a resurgence. Well, that resurgence is coming off this. Right, so I'm going to spread that out, and I'm going to draw a fib on it. Why? Because there's power to the upside, and I want to see where entry exit points are. Right, it's holding above the 50, looking to run to 61, which is here. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to drop an order in on this in just a second. In fact, I'll probably be doing it in the next couple of minutes. So I'm caging the price, either side. We've got targets here. And again, looking at this, just using fibs and understanding the ratio of the market, you would think, hold on a second here, this is pushed down. Why can't it move any further down? Is this a pullback? Could well be. But if we look here, there's no sign. That could be a shallow pullback to push higher. Why? Because this is not yet getting ready to retrace on itself. It's already been to the brushes of this and now pushing away. If it's coming into these, it ain't tonight. Let's take it to 15 minutes. Now we can see what we've got. Drive up to the 50, compression, compression, fall off the cliff. I want to see if that was at a key turning point. Extension from here to here and back again. What do you know? Stalled bang on the 127, turned on the 161, came back to where it started, which is the 100%, and has rejected it, and it'll now move its way back up into range, and that 50 is bang on that compression. So for me, this is up all the way. So I'll look for a quick, I don't know, let's have a look. Measuring tool, top here. I can get 10 pips out of that relatively easy within this range. And that range is what? 27 pip range. And all I need to do is get up into there, 5 pips, okay? So how do I do that? Well, it is pushing down. And do a candle count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can put it across the top, into here for 10, and then straight back down into bouncing off these. So I can start here, and I've got all of this section here to work with. So let me just get a measuring tool. It's 144, which is a bit keen to weather out. So I'm going to have to nail this. Give me just a second. So I'm going to saddle it and follow it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across the top. Okay. And what I'm going to do, that's it there. I'm going to put 2 orders in the market. So we've got one here to slam straight in because we're following this, because it's already had a pullback, needs to push up to get higher than this, but it will stall at that point first. And then we're going to see if it'll push into here. So we're going to put 2 orders in at the same time. But I'm going to have one at £5 to move up for about 8 pips and one at 25 pips, which is to the tops of these here. And then just let it run. So what I've done is I've analysed it fully, and I've done that in front of you, because as I'm going through it, I could see what was happening on the daily, I could see what was happening on the 4 hour, took it into the hour, took it into the 15 minute, and now I'm using a 5 minute, 5 count back trigger system to get into this market, and then I'm going to get out at logical points. So what I'm going to do, because I want to be out of this by 10 o'clock, so I'm going to let it run for about half an hour. Now hopefully it'll get to here, but if it doesn't, I'm happy with anything beyond this point here. So I'm going to draw a little box on here. This is my profit zone. There. I want that in and beyond this box. If it does that, more than happy. And what I'm also going to be doing is, as soon as the first one cashes out, I'm going to pull it to risk free. And then if it comes and stops me out, so what? I'm not bothered. And why am I not bothered? Because there's no positions running. They're the only tickets on tray. And I was already into this morning, before I had a few things to do, 527. And I get that while I was doing that small account. Now, the reason I showed you the small account was because we are building things up. We're trying to sort of show what it means to have discipline. And if you haven't got it, guys, you're wasting your time. You genuinely are. And if you're looking from one YouTube channel to the next YouTube channel to the next YouTube channel, looking for the mystery pill, wasting your time. Absolutely wasting your time. Because there's only one way you're going to learn this. One. And it's experience. Every system works, all of them. Some are better than others, granted. And the way I do it, I don't rely on any strategy. But what I will say about strategy, because this one winds me up all the time, when I see all these things like, yeah, well, every one of my clients has passed FTMO. No, they haven't. And I know they haven't, because there's quite a few of those clients in my group. And they all say they haven't passed it. So that's a load of bollocks. When you see the massive figures going, oh, look at this wonderful, huge figure. Look at the lot size. How many of you can do £2,000 a point? Not many. And there's not many big traders can do it either. I've got a big account. I've got a 6-figure account, guys. I can't get anywhere close to that. Nowhere near it. You know, if I'm on 25, 30 quid a point, I'm almost at the top of my game. You know, if I get to 50 quid a point, which the account can take, it's stretching, but it plays havoc up here. You need a massive account. And you also need the balls of a dump truck. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch this out. And we're going to see if we can get a few quid out of it, just by coming to market with a bit of thought. And that's it. Catch you in a bit. Okay, kids. I'm gonna go off to bed now. It's 10 o'clock. Just gonna watch a bit of telly, chill out with Winky a little bit. And I'm gonna let this run. I'll monitor it on my phone till probably about 11 o'clock because I don't really go to sleep before midnight. But it's fine. I've got stops in protected places. I know exactly where they are. I use my lines for my stops. If you want to know how I manage it, drop down in the squad, you'll find out. And I've also pulled the targets into the base of the green box just because we now have a spread that we have to cover until they tighten back up again at around 11 o'clock in midnight. So I've got 10 pips to worry about. Now, the reason I picked the Wall Street was very simple. It's a faster market this time of night. And your currencies kind of have a little bit of a hard time. They slow right down, the spreads move out, the liquidity is really small. So I just want something that'll shift. Now this shifts pretty well, even into the small hours. It's okay. And I still don't think I'm wrong with it. So I'm just going to carry it on. And that's the thing with trading and what I'm trying to get at all the time. And this is a little bit for Nick R. from the squad, about set and forgets. I'm going to touch on set and forgets on the whiteboard for you, but as long as you have faith in the trade, it doesn't matter. And I'll always take a set and forget over an instant market. I always will. I find instant market drives the emotions way too much. And because of that, it becomes dangerous. So I'll catch you in the morning and we'll see how we get on. Okay, morning guys. I'm going to have a quick check, see what Wall Street has done last night. And I've just literally finished doing the small account on BlackBull. So let me flick this over and we'll have a little look. I'll start with the BlackBull account. So I've literally just finished it. If I just pull this in, I was long on gold this morning. This candle here is what I was getting in at, and it has come in. So if I just pop in, there's the history we were looking at yesterday as well. So let me just pull it to today. There you go, 98p. Doesn't sound a lot. Nothing's now running, giving me a balance of 224.72. So just get that to one side and pull in my journal because I've just dropped in a little bit on that as well. So just pull that into place. So at the moment it's doing quite well. Exactly the same figure. We're up by 12%. Pull this into January. Now what you got to remember is for the entire month, the whole month, all I needed was 92p a day. So that 98 pence is above the target I set. I'm currently £4.72 ahead of the game because this works everything out for me. You know, and there it is there. It's missed once. I've got a win rate of 96% on this. Well, let me explain why. Because this pulls into this. This was planned last night, as you could see. And it was planned in such a way I could leave it. Set and forget, if you like. Look at where the marks are. Through the night, hang on to the mark, came back to the other mark that I put in, to the mark, and then I made a mark at the top of this box, which it's actually hit now. Pulled it a little bit early this morning because, well, it was an overnight trade and I just want to be set and clean for today. But there's nothing here. So there's no tickets running, no orders running, and we pulled 148 quid for doing an hour's work last night and just really forgetting about it, letting it get on with it. So what's the moral of the story here, guys? It's very simple. Have conviction in your trade, plan your trade, and when it comes to set and forgets and leaving it, as long as you are fully committed to that trade, why not let it do its thing? Just because you're in front of the screen doesn't mean to say it's going to do what you say it's going to do. In fact, if anything, it'll heighten your emotional state to a point where you probably make mistakes. Just let the trade do its job. Let it get on with it. Don't tinker with it as long as you've planned it. And that's it. So there we go. So I'll just keep these maybe running every once in a while, kind of stepping back a little bit because I want to enjoy my coffee, enjoy my life. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.